Acts Church Talk Sport in partnership with GoodToGive. Wow. I hope you're watching the previous recordings and liking and subscribing. We have been talking about the World Cup. It's been absolutely brilliant. Some of the teams, the individual players, the managers, it's been brilliant. And I've enjoyed every game that I've watched. We're at the quarterfinals now. Des, where are we in that position, the quarterfinals?
Okay, yeah, it's been an absolutely fantastic tournament. So we've had the group stages, we've had the last 16, and as you suggest, the quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals.
Yep, so there's 2 games which will be happening on the 9th of December. One starting at 7 o'clock and one starting at 3 o'clock. So it's the Netherlands versus Argentina.
Good game.
Argentina will win.
Game.
You know why Argentina will win, right?
Is that what you're going for?
You know why?
You know why. Come on, man.
Yeah, a certain Messi seems to be in that team.
Okay.
Right. And then, but that's actually at 7 o'clock, and then at 3 o'clock. You got Croatia versus Brazil. That's gonna be
Samba boys.
Yeah. That's gonna be that game sets it off.
Who's in Croatia? Who's
Modric.
Perisic. All the ticks are there. All of them.
That's right.
They're good.
Yeah. I'd be honest with you. They're not going to have enough for Brazil. Not the
You
Brazil.
think so?
Not
Brazil
yeah.
What you're saying? Brazil should win that game easy?
Neymar, the boys there.
Yeah.
It's over.
Okay.
Yeah,
I agree.
Let's put it this way. It's funny when you looked at the group stages and you looked at some of the teams. It's like they really needed to sort of warm up.
Yeah.
Argentina was one of those. They didn't expect what was going to happen between them. Yeah, where was your boy Messi when that happened?
Actually, because I lived in Saudi Arabia, I was supporting Saudi Arabia at that time.
Okay, right. So, but the teams that you're expecting to, having said that, I'm saying the teams you're expecting will have warmed up.
They will have, yeah.
Having said that, you kind of expected more from Germany.
Definitely.
You expected more from Belgium.
Rubbish.
Well,
Spain. What about Spain?
Yeah, I don't think in this day and age you can be playing without
Belgium,
a recognised striker. You need a recognised striker.
De Bruyne.
Who else?
You got Lukaku.
Yeah, they were saddened when they had to go back.
They were saddened.
De Bruyne and
Lukaku and
I mean, I remember in
Hazard.
Hazard's not the player. Hazard's Hazard's over.
Chelsea, he was amazing.
Oh God, I remember those Chelsea days.
Don't
you think so?
Yeah.
He was amazing. Yeah. My brother's a Chelsea supporter, so yeah.
You still speak to him?
Okay, so we got those 2 games.
Listen, when this is finished, I won't be speaking to you either. So yes, we got those 2 games. They're both happening on the 9th, and then we have big game.
Which game is this?
This is then going to be on the Saturday, the 10th.
Woo-hoo.
We have England, France.
Come on, England! No, they can go all the way. I'm telling you. I think they could do. I like what I'm seeing, especially with this young player, Jude Bellingham. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
This young lad is amazing.
England, France has got too much.
England have no. I'll tell you what. England, in my opinion, England have as much firepower as France. Right?
I agree.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's not forget. We got Harry Kane. Listen, you put what? He's one of our own.
This is an Arsenal fan.
Right? No. I'll be honest with you. You put Harry Kane. I don't care. I could be an Arsenal fan, but first and foremost, I'm a fan of football. Yeah. Okay. Because football is always the winner.
Oh.
Oh God!
Come on,
you're rolling. Oh my God!
Right,
lyrics.
No.
Lyrics.
It's ridiculous.
Right? No. I'll tell you something now. You put Harry Kane in front of goal, 9 times out of 10.
Against Senegal, when he was throwing goal, I closed my eye. I just knew he was going to score.
It was going in the back.
I knew that was going.
Yeah.
I knew that was going.
Give Harry Kane a little sniff.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it's going in the back of the net. So
he knows.
So yeah, I think we got as much firepower, and I think going forward, I think if we could even dominate their midfield, and Jude Bellingham gives us an opportunity to be able to do that.
But who's going to watch?
Carl Walker has to.
Who's going to watch him?
Carl Walker has to be there, which may prohibit Carl Walker going forward as much as.
Worth the sacrifice.
But it's worth the sacrifice. And I'll be honest with you, you leave Maguire and Stones there by themselves with Mbappe. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. I mean, you just have to see Mbappe. Some of the goals that he was scoring, he scored so far this tournament. It's crazy.
It's crazy. The 2 last goals he did in the last game. I can't believe it.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy.
And he puts them off with their eyes because he thinks he's going to the right. And he gives you the eye.
Do you know what? That's one element, right? That's one element. But it's the power he generates in his shot.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. You see, the power he generates is just too much.
Hit that net like.
Oh, it was. I don't know how. Actually, guess what I saw? I saw like they had a monitor of the speed of the ball. That was new. I've never seen that. Where do they normally have that?
No, they do
in tennis.
Okay, yes.
I'll be honest with you. Do they normally do that? No, they don't do that.
No, they don't. I saw it in that they measured the speed, the way the speed of the way the ball travelled.
Yeah.
And I said that's almost similar when at Wimbledon, where you see the speed when so I think, wow.
I'll be honest with you,
So 80 miles an hour.
I think the defenses on either side are going to be absolutely tested.
Have we beaten them before?
No.
We've never beat France
in a competitive game.
No, I don't think in a competitive game.
I mean, this is the first time they've actually met in a knockout stage.
Yeah,
but they've not beaten France, and
that was the first time.
This might be the year.
But I'll be honest with you, like I think this is the best crop of players
and chance they would ever get.
And I'm not just talking about players as individuals. I'm talking about as a team, collectively. Right. That's the best crop. And then the last game, which is, again, all these games are tasty, but is Morocco versus Portugal.
Don't be surprised if Morocco do it again.
You know what? I'm sensing, I can't remember what Euro it was, but where Greece beat Portugal,
2004.
Remember? Right, remember? And Greece, what they done, where they were winning by 1-0. They were sitting back, soaking up pressure, hitting on the break.
Yeah. Do you know what they did? Actually, they, in every game, against every opponent, they did a man marking system. One person will follow one person. Each player on the pitch, all the 10 players on the pitch was just following one person.
Wow.
To the point where if a player goes off injured, he's almost standing at the touchline. I'm serious.
That means there was almost no system. That means there was almost no system.
They had a basis of it was 4-5-1. But generally it's like they were like so
they were so hard to break down.
Amazing.
Well, they won the tournament. They just didn't get broken down.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a real.
I don't see Morocco winning it though.
What you mean?
Anyone who's Moroccan, I don't mean no disrespect, but I just don't see it.
But the way
if it does,
I tell you what. You know, nobody saw Greece winning it. The Euros when you said 2004, and they did. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened.
Let's see what happens.
True.
I'm looking at the England game. I'm hoping they can come through.
They can come through.
So I tell you what. Let's have a look at it. This. So we've just gone through all the quarterfinals. We know who's playing.
Right.
So the semi-finals. Okay. Let's take the first game, which is Croatia versus Brazil.
Brazil.
Let's see. Okay, Brazil. These are your predictions.
Brazil will win that game.
Who's going to win that game? What does that nod of your head mean? I need to hear words.
This is Neymar, the boy.
Neymar.
The boy's there. So
I agree. I believe Brazil are going to have way too much for Croatia.
The thing is, about Brazil is that even if you do stop Neymar, he's still got meniscus. If you stop meniscus, you've got Rafinha. If you stop Rafinha, if all of that doesn't work, they still got the bench.
Do you know it's actually funny actually, and I know maybe I'm thinking where I heard this somewhere before, but when you look at each of, apart from the Real Madrid boy and Vinicius and obviously Neymar, right? All the others almost like just normal men, right? But when they put that Brazil uniform on,
my God, they're
superheroes.
Do you know what I mean? I'll be honest with you, I don't want to always make this about me, but whenever I remember
Go on.
I mean, I'm feeling slightly victimised here. But even when I've played five-a-side and I've just happened to have a Brazil top on.
Yeah, it's just...
Got that extra bit of skill.
Yeah, I've just got that extra bit of skill.
That extra bit of samba.
I don't know what it
All of a
is.
sudden you think you've got dreadlocks and you're one of these Socrates or
I'm Socrates. I'm unplayable.
I'll be honest with you, they're saying that when I was younger, because you know Ronaldo, original Ronaldo used to have buck teeth. Man.
Yes.
I used to play on about.
And you were scoring goals.
Of course, I was scoring goals. I was R9.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Quality. So okay. So so I think unanimously we've all gone for Brazil.
But it won't be easy, by the way. It won't be easy.
You think?
But it will be, Brazil will win. But because Croatia are good.
Croatia decent, but
Croatia will give them a good game.
And you know the midfield is where it really matters. And the way they play, you've got Brazil got Casemiro and
tidy.
Yeah, and Luis, what's his name? Paqueta. And he's more of an attacking midfield player, but you've got Modric, Kovacic, who are more ball-winning players.
All the itches.
All the itches are going to be itching, you know?
They are good.
But again, you know, I mean, in a previous episode, we spoke about players. You know, at what point do you actually stop playing? You know, I trust you me. What's his name? Modric. I know.
Modric. Well.
I rate him highly. He's managed himself really well. But you know,
football isn't like you've said in another previous episode. Football isn't what it was before. Now these guys. I remember my friend told me that Ronaldo at 28 saw like some kind of sports scientist and said, if you want to continue playing for years, all the skills you've got to stop. So now, if you notice, now it's just about being in certain areas.
Yeah,
you don't really see him doing tricks because
you don't see all the step overs like
it's not good for his body. So the way they condition now, I know Modric is old, 36, I think.
Yeah,
but he's still playing like he's
29. He actually looks his age too. He doesn't.
But like you can, but they're now 30 is like almost like. You still got another 3, 4, 5 years. Whereas before it's like maybe you get to 32, it's like I've got another year. Because they're much better now.
Okay.
It's amazing.
All right, cool. So Brazil unanimously they're going through.
Definitely.
Right? Yeah. Okay, so Netherlands, Argentina.
It'll be tight.
Okay,
Argentina. It'll be tight.
Argentina.
I'd go for Argentina.
I'd go for Argentina.
Is there any reason why you guys go for Argentina?
I think there's a certain player that's attached to that team.
What's his name?
What's his name?
It could be.
I think it's
Messi.
Could be Messi. He does do something for the team. He does.
No, but honestly, Netherlands are playing good football.
Netherlands are playing very good football.
See the goal they scored against USA?
Yep.
It's like 20-something passes.
Oh,
USA didn't touch the ball and then they scored from it.
Really?
There is something about Netherlands, and I'll be honest with you, this is an age-old rivalry.
I know you're going to say. Go on.
What? No,
you go for it.
No, go for it.
The Dennis Bergkamp goal. When the ball came over.
Dennis Bergkamp.
Right.
Very good player.
Do you know what? I find this one really hard to call. But I don't want to be like some of my colleagues that will sit on the fence and no doubt have to go to the hospital at some point later. So
I wonder who you're referring to.
I'm talking about some off-camera stuff. But I'm going to go for Netherlands on this one. I'm going to go for Netherlands on this one. It's a big shout.
Yeah. Trust you to be different.
Yeah.
See what I am. Okay, so I mean, let's do. Who are some of the outstanding players for the Netherlands?
Or you're going to call
Van Dijk. Even though he's a defender,
he's
so good.
Is Van Dijk back to his best?
I don't think he ever will be after this cruciate knee ligament personally. But he's so good that he's even at 80% he's still top.
Oh, is he? He's
a young man.
He's
20s.
27, 28.
Yeah, he's in his prime. Yeah, absolutely.
He's good. And then you Netherlands have got De Jong, who plays for Barcelona. Like everyone's spoken about him before, but he's actually top player. Yeah, he'll take the ball from any position and dribble past enough man and play someone through. He's really good. But
that's good.
Yeah, but I think Argentina have got a few players as well. Actually.
All right, we know they've got Messi.
No, I wasn't going to mention Messi to be fair, but there's a guy called Messi. Actually.
Yeah.
You know he's amazing. And he honestly, because he's so good, all jokes aside, even if Argentina don't play well, just get that one moment that makes all the difference.
Listen, I'm afraid I've over these episodes I've been just hearing too much Messi. It's on my left hand side. We should have swapped seats ages ago, so I wouldn't be hearing all of this.
I mean, Des, you can't take it away. I mean, I've seen him do. How does he do it? Listen, he's not a big strapped person, so small, and the way
he leaves
his touches are just incredible. The one touch positional play.
Look. When you got that real low center of gravity, great balance. Pele had it. Great Maradona had it.
Yeah.
Messi has it. There's no two ways about it.
No.
Okay. But the problem I have, and nobody else seems to see it, so I'm wondering if maybe the problem's me. What are you smiling for? But I'll be honest with you. Yes, Messi has moments of greatness, and lots of those moments of greatness, without question. He's certainly a player whose feet have got the Midas touch. God's blessed him in ways that
he's a talented player,
talented without question.
Absolutely.
But he's so lazy.
He's not lazy. What are you talking about? He's not lazy.
Listen,
listen. Art against this.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. You know what? Listen, one of the things I always look at, I'm thinking to myself, I want everybody in the team to be working and working. Right. Working well. Defend your area. I've seen Messi, and I can imagine people right now probably trying to get their hands in the screen and grab my neck and all sorts.
I'll do it for you.
Right? But I've seen Messi literally be this close to an opponent who's got the ball, now moving that way, and Messi's not interested.
Yeah. What?
He just turned his back on it and walked away. He's just not interested because his job,
happened once.
Oh,
no one's
stop
forgotten it.
Right? His job, as far as he is concerned, and you know what? And maybe the manager gives you license to behave to do those things, right? Yeah. Whereby, look, Messi, your greatness is such that you don't ever tackle for the ball. But when you get the ball, that's when you do your stuff. Yeah. And trust me, the stuff that Messi does is incredible. He's an absolutely fantastic player without question, right?
Yeah. He's good.
But if I had to go into battle,
you said it.
I'm bringing Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
I'm talking about CR7, Ronaldo. Believe me, if I could go back in the day, and bring R9, that's a whole different kettle of fish. Unbelievable player. One of my best players, in fact. We'll come back to that.
So that's that's the quarterfinal.
That's the who we believe is going into the semi-finals. So right now we have. I'm going to have to go with the majority rule. So we're saying Argentina versus Brazil. I mean, that's classic.
Yeah,
that's absolutely classic. Yeah. Right. So let's go down to look at the next quarterfinals. Yeah, which are the first one is Morocco versus Portugal. What are our predictions for that?
Interesting.
Now Morocco.
Bear in mind, Morocco have been playing out of their skin,
especially the last game we watched.
But I'll be honest with you, what I saw from Portugal in the last game.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I'd agree.
You know? In fact, tell you what, hold that thought just for a second, right? And the reason I'm saying that is just want to touch on Morocco's fantastic victory over Spain. Did anybody see that coming?
No, I didn't. But you're talking about penalties now, right?
Yeah.
The penalties.
Yeah. I mean,
workhorse they were, weren't they? They worked hard. They wanted to win this.
Spain never scored one.
No.
The penalties were lousy, terrible.
Yeah.
But there's an immense pressure.
Remember this, each of the Spanish players had to have taken 1,000 penalties. Allegedly, if the reports are right, they had to have taken 1,000 penalties before they were even going to be considered or whatever it was within the squad or for taking penalties. So the fact that you've actually put that amount of work into it and failed,
it was just like,
what was it then? What got to them? The pressure?
You've got to look at Morocco's hard work.
They didn't even kick the ball.
They didn't kick it hard enough. They just scuffed it.
Passed it to the keeper.
And you get these stupid
I think, you know what?
ball cups now, aren't you? No, just hit it.
Hit the ball.
Hit the ball.
Do you know what? I think it's psychological.
Penalties always are, yeah.
But it's certainly psychological. And when you've played a team that you believe you should beat, in fact, the world believes you should beat them, and they manage to, stop you in your tracks. And then you've had 90 minutes. You've had another, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
In total of extra time.
Yeah.
And you've given everything that you have.
You're
and
tired,
you still,
man.
you're not just tired physically. It's the mental. It's the mental side of it. And now you're coming to take penalties against. You're thinking to yourself, and the pressure is on. Because if Morocco had lost the penalties, it'd be like, it's expected.
Yeah.
But they delivered it.
It's just like,
I mean, even Morocco's last penalty was
Yeah,
brilliant.
It was cheeky.
But to do that, and then the thing is, he's born in Spain.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bishop, do the dance at the end.
What was he doing there?
It looked like a penguin, some sort of penguin.
Oh dear.
But
I think, you know what I always think about penalties in the World Cup. If you're scoring taking a penalty in front of somebody who plays in your league, how do you manage that? Because they might know exactly how you take penalties.
Yes. Yeah.
That's deep, isn't it?
There is that. I think it becomes even worse if the goalkeeper is a teammate of yours. And it's funny. Again, I don't want to really bring this all back to me, but why are you looking at me like that?
There's a messy thing coming up.
No, not at all. But I just remember I used to be a fantastic penalty taker. Absolutely fantastic penalty taker. No, listen.
You're a keeper.
I was a keeper.
Right, and then there was a period where I must have missed like a penalty or two. And from that moment on, psychologically, when I came up to take a penalty, the goal wasn't looking this big anymore. It was looking like that. And the goalkeeper was just looking
big.
Yeah. And I just stopped taking penalties. Honestly, it was a psychological thing.
It definitely is psychological.
It was, and I have to say I never regained that form again. But
But I mean, it's going well. It's going well. Look, let's wrap this up. Now, I hope you're just keeping up with us on this. We are enjoying this World Cup, especially in Qatar. They've got themselves organised. I even understand that when the tournaments finish, they're going to be dismantling the stadium. I think it's the 947 or whatever. I think it's linked with their code number for Qatar. I mean, the stadiums do look beautiful, don't they?
They do.
Beautiful.
But just before that, let's just finish rounding up on the only reason I wanted to quickly touch back on Morocco was because for me that was a fantastic feat. You're not supposed to beat the European, ex-European champions, ex-world champions, and so on. You're not supposed to be able to do that.
That's the beautiful game.
That's the beauty of the game.
That's the beautiful game.
So we haven't come to a conclusion on that. Morocco or Portugal? Who's going through to the semi-finals?
Portugal. I've got to say Portugal.
I'm going to say Portugal.
Yeah, I think
I see your heart is torn.
that last game.
Yeah, because
the last game was brilliant.
I just don't think Portugal are actually that good.
The last game was amazing.
They played beautiful game.
No, they've got some strength.
Quality players.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're that good as a team. I think Serbia were. Was it Serbia? No, not Serbia. Switzerland. I think they were diabolical.
Switzerland were not that.
Yeah,
Switzerland were not great.
Because even in the group stage against Ghana, not just because I'm from Ghana, but genuinely, they actually struggled. And if you don't forget, they actually lost against South Korea. I know it was the last game, but they weren't looking that strong. They actually weren't looking that strong, in my opinion. Because I think if England played them, England beat them.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm telling you.
Anyway, so let's just. Well, I'm actually going to go with Portugal. And I think so.
I enjoyed watching them the last game.
I'm gonna go with Portugal because the last game for me showed me that they've got some real depth and strength.
And Ronaldo wasn't included on that stretch, so you know what I mean.
Yeah,
that means that it's a team and they played to their potential.
So we're gonna go with 3 over 4. Yeah, we're gonna go with Portugal, and finally England France. The big one.
Now let me say, England, France. I can see a prediction on this one. 2-1 to England.
All right.
Okay? 2-1 to England. They will dominate this. They will take it to them. Yeah, they will take it to them. And Benjamin,
I tell you what,
Jude is going to play. He is going to be the anchorman on that game.
I don't know. I think if France score first, this game's over. I think if France score first.
If France turn up and score first, I think so as well.
Yeah, I think it's done.
I think it's a.
You know, I'm willing England to get through.
Yeah.
I'm willing them to get through because there are players in that side that, you know, I absolutely love. Got loads of time.
Yeah, but they keep hinging everything on
Mbappe.
Yeah, but Mbappe's one. Mbappe's one. I mean, Mbappe is a superstar. It's like you know, this guy to my left will never shut up about Messi, right? You know, it doesn't matter how many other players are in that side. Yeah. So Mbappe rightfully gets the plaudits, you know, that he's supposed to get. But there are other players in that side.
Do they feed him?
If they can keep him quiet.
Do they feed? Does he? I mean, obviously,
Mbappe feeds himself after time.
We see this.
He feeds him. He honestly feeds himself.
He goes and gets.
Normally, when he gets the ball, there's still a bit of work to be done, and you know, I that one for me is really tough to call. It's the toughest of all of them. It's the toughest of all of them. Okay, so if you had to go with your heart on that one, which one are you choosing?
England. I'll go with my heart.
If you're going with your heart on that,
I'm going with my heart. England's going to 2-1.
Yeah. I'd love to see England do it.
I'm going with my heart, my head. I mean, I'll even have my old Puma Kings. Bring them down.
England, come on, England.
Yeah, I'm going England on this one.
Yeah.
So as it stands right now, for the semi-final pairings will be Argentina versus Brazil. Big game,
massive.
You know, we're going to have to come back and revisit this.
We're going to come back to see all our predictions.
We've got to see our predictions. Whether our predictions have been right. And we've got England versus Portugal. Let me tell you something. If our predictions are right, there is so much drama in both of those two semi-finals.
Remember? Yeah.
Who can forget?
Who got him sent off in it? Ronaldo got.
Rooney.
Rooney sent off in the.
Do you remember?
You remember that?
And the wink and all that.
That's right. And the wink,
yeah.
Beckham when he done it because he knew it was.
And then if I could just before we close out, if we could just look at what does the final look like. So remember, just to recap very quickly, if our predictions are correct, the semi-final is going to be Argentina versus Brazil, England versus Portugal.
Wow.
What does the final look like?
England.
Well, I'm going all the way with England.
England.
Yeah, man.
That's another hard one.
England, my heart.
Can you imagine England versus? Can you imagine England versus Argentina? Can you imagine that?
Oh yeah.
You know, you got the Falkland Islands, you got Hand of God.
Oh God! Some revenge right there, isn't it?
Right there.
Hand of God and Falklands.
Oh gosh,
dear. And then obviously you got the second and third place, but sorry,
I
want
my players back out, man.
That's all right. Well, no, I think this is a great place in which to be able to round off.
Great.
And I think we definitely have to come back and actually see how these predictions went, and also just revisit the World Cup, all of its flaws, all of its greatness. Let's just look at it all, and
excellent. Well, look, I thoroughly enjoyed.
It was amazing.
Walk through the World Cup and Acts Church. Talk Sport with partnership of Good to Give and these great guys. Errol, did you enjoy it, man?
Oh, amazing, brilliant. We need to come back.
We got to come
back. I mean, to be honest with you, anytime I can sit down and talk about football, for me, it's actually great. So
glad I got the call.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna get more calls, man. You enjoyed yourself, sir?
Absolutely.
It's good, isn't it? It's good that we can be able to talk and look at the journey and enjoy the great football. I think it's going to be up there as one of the best World Cups of all. It's got class, and I heard as wrapping it up that the England camp has actually fostered a cat.
Oh, really?
So every time the cat comes into the camp, this is what I heard, they take care of it, and it's been beaten up, but it's the cat as well has fought back. So they've actually taken the cat.
Okay.
So they said, because the cat comes to the camp often enough, they said if they're going to use the cat as a mascot.
Oh, really?
So if they win the World Cup,
The cat's going to be
I think
there.
Greenish is taking the cat back to London.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Nice,
right,
nice.
okay.
Well, look, Bishop, I just want to say thank you
Yeah,
for
thank you.
putting this
Yeah,
on.
well, thank you for the great vision.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's good
you know,
film, yeah.
acts, like I say, in conjunction with Good to Give,
Yeah.
doing this. And I think this is something new. I don't think there's any other church or,
No.
as far as I know.
As far as I'm concerned.
And bear in mind, I visit
Yeah,
churches
yeah.
up and down the country, right? As far as I know, doing something like this, which is a great bit of talk and just getting the community involved.
Yeah.
And long may things like this continue. So, I pray for Acts, that it flourishes in this way. Because, it's more, whilst the word, you must hear the word.
Yeah.
There are also other things happening.
Look at the fellowship we're having.
Absolutely.
Talking about
Absolutely.
football.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful, and I'm so grateful
Yeah.
you brought into the vision and that we could sit down. I mean, I've enjoyed watching it, and I think as I said, I have to thank my wife for being very patient with me on this, and certain things I need to have done in the house. I hadn't done it yet because I said, no, I'm just watching the football, and she's been so good to say, all right, no problems, because it won't be on forever.
Right.
But I look forward to every 4 years.
Yes, no,
I mean, there's been a lot of controversial around the football, and I think the politics at times can get in the way. But I've enjoyed the football and the new type of technology that's coming along with it, and it's just good to have this conversation.
Yeah, I thought it was great when I saw, Talk Sport. I thought that's amazing. Ministers, Christians coming together.
Why not?
There's more to us than just
Pulpit.
Absolutely.
You said it.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for joining me. I'm
Okay.
grateful,
Thank
and let's see what happens.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
I hope you've enjoyed our journey for this year's World Cup. Join us again.
And thank our
bless.
media.
You got it right.
God
God bless.
bless.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.